Welcome to your ultimate Japan travel guide for 2025. If you're planning your very first trip to Japan, you've probably been dreaming of cherry blossoms, dazzling cityscapes, serene temples, and mouth-watering food. But here's the catch. Without proper preparation, that dream trip can easily turn into a stressful experience. But worry not. This guide will walk you through everything you need to know, from choosing the right airport, navigating public transportation like a pro, staying connected throughout your journey, to picking the perfect accommodation, all packed with updated tips and personal insights to make your trip smooth, enjoyable, and unforgettable. So, let's dive right in. Number 1. Choosing the right airport, Narita versus Haneda. Starting your journey right begins with selecting the most convenient airport. If you're flying into Tokyo, you've got two primary options: Narita Airport, NRT, and Haneda Airport. Narita Airport is the older, larger international hub situated about 60 kilometers from central Tokyo. Despite its distance, it's still a popular choice for many international travelers. Getting to the city usually requires an express train like the Narita Express, NX, or an airport limousine bus. But these services stop operating around 10 p.m. So if you arrive late, you may have to book a nearby hotel or face a hefty taxi fare of approximately 30,000 yen, around $300. Now, let's talk about Haneda Airport. It's located much closer to the city, only about 15 kilometers from central Tokyo, making transportation way more convenient. Whether you're taking a local train, a highway bus, or even a taxi, you can get to popular areas like Shinjuku or Shibuya for around 7,000 to 10,000 yen, $70 to $100. Plus, the airport's facilities are newer, cleaner, and overall more welcoming than Narita's. Haneda used to be mainly for domestic flights, but in recent years, it has expanded its international services significantly, now hosting flights from all around the world. The convenience of reaching central Tokyo within just 20 and 40 minutes makes it the preferred choice for most travelers, especially if you're arriving late or departing early. Staying at a hotel near Haneda is an excellent choice for those catching early flights or arriving late at night. It saves you money and hassle compared to making a long trip from Narita. Always check your flight's arrival time. If you're landing at Narita late at night, consider booking a nearby hotel or planning for a reliable transport option like the Narita Express. Never assume taxis are a feasible option unless you're ready to splurge. Number 2. Navigating Japan's public transportation like a pro. Getting around Japan is an absolute breeze if you know how to use its world-class public transportation system. But for first-timers, the complexity can be daunting. Let's break it down. Japan's local train network is incredibly efficient, covering every corner of major cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. You'll encounter various types of trains, including local trains, express trains, and the iconic bullet trains, or Shinkansen. When traveling within cities, the most common way is by using local trains and subways. Fares are usually calculated based on distance, costing anywhere between 200 to 250 yen per ride. While you can still buy paper tickets from machines, that's honestly a hassle. The much better option is to get an IC card like Suica or Pasmo, or even use your smartphone's wallet app to tap in and out. This method not only saves you time, but also spares you from fumbling around with tickets. To avoid the nightmare of Tokyo's rush hour, from 7:30 to 9 a.m. and from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., plan your travels outside these hours. Morning trains heading into central Tokyo and evening trains heading out are especially packed. Now, let's talk about the famous Shinkansen. These high-speed trains can take you from Tokyo to Kyoto in under 3 hours, providing a comfortable, spacious ride with breathtaking views of the Japanese countryside. Booking a reserved seat is highly recommended, especially during peak seasons like Golden Week, Obon, and New Year's, when trains can be overcrowded. A fun tip for travelers is to pick up an ekiben, which is a beautifully prepared lunchbox sold at stations. It's a delicious part of the travel experience. While most tourists focus on traveling between Tokyo and Kyoto, consider making a stop at smaller towns along the way, like Matsumoto, Takayama, or Karuizawa, for a richer cultural experience. Number 3. Staying connected. Pocket Wi-Fi versus eSIM. When it comes to staying connected during your trip, you have two primary options: pocket Wi-Fi devices and eSIMs. Let's compare. Pocket Wi-Fi. These devices are popular because they allow multiple users to connect at once, making them ideal for groups. However, they have their downsides. You need to remember to charge them daily, carry them around everywhere, and pick them up and return them physically. Not exactly convenient if you're traveling solo or prefer a hassle-free experience. More and more travelers are choosing eSIMs over pocket Wi-Fi. They are incredibly convenient since you can purchase and set them up before you even arrive in Japan. Most modern smartphones are eSIM compatible, making it a smooth process to activate data plans instantly upon arrival. Make sure your phone supports eSIM technology. If it does, setting it up is as simple as downloading an app, selecting a data plan, and activating it before your flight. That way, you're connected the moment you land. Plus, you avoid the constant annoyance of logging into public Wi-Fi networks. Number 4. Accommodation tips. Where and how to stay for maximum comfort. Japan offers a wide variety of accommodation options to suit every traveler's needs. You can choose from standard hotels, capsule hotels for budget travelers, ryokan, traditional Japanese inns, for a cultural experience, and Airbnbs. Ryokans, especially those offering private onsen, hot springs, are a must-try for those looking to relax and immerse themselves in authentic Japanese hospitality. Always check if your hotel is within a 10-minute walk of a train station. It may sound like a small detail, but it makes a world of difference when you're exhausted after a long day of sightseeing. If you're traveling with family or simply want to experience something unique, try staying at a ryokan with a private onsen. It's an unforgettable experience you won't find anywhere else. Number 5. Handling luggage the Japanese way. Now, let's talk about one of the most overlooked but essential parts of your Japan trip: managing your luggage. Japan is a fantastic country to explore, but dragging around heavy suitcases can quickly turn a great experience into a frustrating one. Why? Because Japan's charming, narrow streets and bustling train stations aren't exactly designed for tourists lugging around huge bags. First of all, if you plan to move around frequently, try to pack light and use smaller suitcases. Trust me, your shoulders, arms, and sanity will thank you. But if you absolutely must travel with larger suitcases, here's what you need to know. One of the most convenient solutions is using luggage forwarding services. Companies like Yamato Transport offer reliable and reasonably priced options to send your luggage from one hotel to another, or even directly from the airport to your accommodation. The cost is usually around 2,500 to 3,000 yen per suitcase, depending on size and distance, and your bags will usually arrive the next day. It's a lifesaver when you want to explore the city luggage-free. But what if you only need to store your luggage for a few hours? That's where coin lockers come in. You'll find these lockers at almost every major train station and tourist area. However, finding one big enough for a full-size suitcase can be challenging, especially during peak travel hours. If you want to secure a locker, try arriving early in the morning. Alternatively, you can use mobile apps like Bounce or Nanny Bag, which let you leave your luggage at registered shops or locations for a small fee. This is a great backup plan if all the coin lockers are taken. Consider investing in lightweight, durable luggage. Navigating stairs, busy trains, and uneven sidewalks will be much easier. And if you're planning long-distance train travel, remember that some Shinkansen trains have luggage restrictions where you need to reserve luggage storage space in advance. When arriving at the airport, you can ship your luggage directly to your hotel and just carry a small backpack or day pack for your initial exploration. This way, you can start enjoying Japan the moment you step out of the airport. Number 6. Crafting the perfect itinerary, the Golden Route and beyond. Now, let's dive into the exciting part: planning your itinerary. Most first-time visitors to Japan follow what's known as the Golden Route. It's the classic travel path from Tokyo to Kyoto, which offers a perfect introduction to Japan's fascinating mix of modernity and tradition. But while Tokyo and Kyoto are must-visit destinations, there's so much more waiting to be discovered. Let's break down the recommended 10-day itinerary. Days 1 to 4, Tokyo. Start your trip by exploring Tokyo's vibrant districts. Experience the chaos of Shibuya Crossing. Shop till you drop in Shinjuku. Visit the serene Asakusa area with Sensoji Temple. And don't miss the futuristic landscapes of Odaiba. For a tranquil break from the bustling city, consider visiting the Meiji Shrine near Harajuku, or taking a relaxing stroll in Shinjuku Gyoen National Garden. Days 5 to 7, off the beaten path destination. This is where your trip can truly shine. Instead of heading straight to Kyoto, add a little adventure by visiting lesser-known gems. Matsumoto, home to one of Japan's most beautiful original castles and surrounded by picturesque mountains. Takayama, a charming, well-preserved town famous for its Edo period architecture and traditional festivals. Karuizawa, a serene mountain resort perfect for nature lovers, with fantastic hiking trails and cozy hot springs. Jiro Onsen, one of Japan's top hot spring towns, offering a relaxing, authentic experience. Taking a break from the bustling cities and enjoying a more traditional side of Japan is the best way to balance your trip. Plus, locals in these smaller towns are often more welcoming and eager to share their culture. Days 8 to 10, Kyoto. End your trip by diving into Japan's historical and cultural heart. Visit the Fushimi Inari Shrine with its mesmerizing red torii gates, the elegant Kinkakuji Golden Pavilion, and the traditional streets of Gion. Rent a kimono and explore the charming streets of Gion and Arashiyama for the perfect photo memories. Remember, Japan is much more than just Tokyo and Kyoto. Combining famous spots with hidden gems will give you a deeper, more fulfilling travel experience. Number 7. Pro tips for a stress-free journey. To make your trip truly unforgettable, keep these essential tips in mind. Avoid major holidays. Japan's major travel seasons include Golden Week, late April to early May, Obon, mid-August, and New Year's, late December to early January. During these times, hotels and transportation are packed and prices are much higher. If possible, avoid traveling during these periods to save money and reduce stress. Plan ahead. Booking transportation and accommodation well in advance is essential, especially if you're traveling during peak seasons. Apps like Japan Travel by Navitime or Google Maps will be your best friends for planning routes and checking train schedules. Understanding local etiquette. Being aware of Japanese etiquette can enhance your experience significantly. For example, keep your voice down on trains, never wear shoes inside traditional accommodation, and always follow local customs at temples and shrines. Showing respect for local customs not only helps you blend in better, but also earns you a lot of appreciation from the locals. Try something new. Even if you're not particularly interested in Japanese culture, try at least one cultural activity like staying in a ryokan, participating in a tea ceremony, or wearing a kimono. It's all part of the experience, and you might end up loving it. Preparing for a trip to Japan might feel overwhelming at first, but with a bit of research and the right mindset, it can be a breeze. The key to an unforgettable journey is finding a balance between visiting the popular spots and discovering the hidden treasures that make Japan so special. So, whether you're wandering through Tokyo's neon-lit streets, soaking in an onsen surrounded by nature, or savoring a freshly made sushi meal, let yourself fully immerse in the beauty and charm of Japan. If you have any questions or need more tips, feel free to drop a comment below. And if you've been to Japan before, share your favorite places or experiences. This community is all about making everyone's Japan trip the best it can be.